Hey there everybody, Mazarok here, and today I want to talk about this item right here, the Salvaged Mekacycle Shielding. And the reason in particular why I want to talk about it is because last night, as far as we know last night, there was a hot fix, and this did get implemented while I was running keys. The Salvaged Mechagon Shielding absorbed by 91.8%. I'm going to link this Season 4 Mythic Plus loot buffs, because these are pretty much all Junkyard Workshop and one upper Karazhan, which is the Ring of Collapsing Futures. All got pretty hefty buffs. As you can see, 100%, 8.4%, 7.1, 473. I think this one just was never related to the new item level. 100%. So I had swapped back over from my 278 haste versus leech shield, and I swapped it over to my 285 Salvaged Mekacycle Shielding shield, because I wanted to test out the absorb and things like that. Now, I didn't save the previous numbers that I had, but when I did run this at the beginning of the week, because I did get it pretty early on, I think I got it on Wednesday, the amount of damage that it did was abhorrent. I had dealt about 30k total in a dungeon. Like, just literally it dealt about 30k overall, and it healed for anywhere from 100 to 120k in the dungeon. And the amount that it absorbed was terrible, and the amount that it dealt damage, its proc rate was just not great, especially on a warrior where I'm dealing with, like, so if we go here, we go to Aura's buff, this ain't good. Come on, Auras, give me shield block, like 71% uptime shield block in this Grimreal Depot, and this was an untimed, we had several wipes on the last boss, so like, I didn't have shield block up running from the first of the train to the last of the train cars and sitting and talking on how to figure this out. So this is obviously a lower shield block time than I normally have, just due to the amount of wipes and things like that. Usually it's 85 to 95%, right? So we got to talk about this shield now, and is it still a trap? Is it still good? Is this something you're going to want to farm out? Because in my Prot Warrior Guide video, I absolutely did say that it was a trap and to not farm it out because it was just terrible. Its stats were just not good at all. Before we get started, please do like, comment, subscribe, and I'm very sorry for not having my face cam up today due to, if you were on stream last night, it just died. We were in an iron docks, and it just died. Like, my mouse decided to, like, I needed to stop it stopped working. So I had to unplug it and plug it, but when I came back up, the camera didn't reset itself and just died and stopped working. So, like, I finished the rest of the key, but if you were watching the stream, it was an empty chair. So I have to go get a brand new webcam. So, sorry about that. I will be getting a brand new webcam this afternoon, and it should be back up for the Great Vault opening video. But let's take a look at the new stats. So I had run 4 dungeons before, and they were the max amount of healing I had done overall in a key of absorb was 120k. That was literally 124k was literally the max. I should have saved the numbers, and that's my bad. But if we go over here to healing done by me, we go look at over. Oh man, I am blind as a bat this morning. Oh, I'm on auras, that's why. Overload. 466k healing. This is more than a 91%. I think they also upped the proc rate of this, but it didn't show up in the hotfix. Because a 91% increase, so if we go over to the shield itself, we talk about this. Equip. Blocking attacks has a chance to trigger an overload, absorbing the next 9600. This is an item level 285, mind you. And you damage you take, and you deal about 1400 nature damage to attackers while the absorb persists. In higher keys, the absorb just falls away, so it needs a high proc rate for you to do a decent amount of damage. So if we go over to damage and overload, it dealt a little bit less than 100k, but that's not the real reason why you're taking it. Like, this is okay. Like, I would like to see this do more damage, but that's not the main reason why you're taking it. Is you're taking it because it's gonna do about 500k healing. So that's actually not bad at all. This is much, much better than it previously was. Is it good, though? And this is kind of one of those things where we're going to have to do more testing in higher keys, but it's definitely not bad anymore. And that's the main point I want to make. This was definitely a stay away from this item at all costs. Don't equip it. Just find something that has that has tertiary stats and equip that. But 280 at 285 item level, so like this absorbing just as a shield, and you're not losing two stats, right? You're just losing the one, because it still does have mastery. So if we go to my 278 shield, yes, it does have 32 haste and 58 mastery, versatility. This also has leech, but whatever. But you're really only losing kind of one stat, right? So it's not a huge loss to gain the effect. So by still gaining a secondary stat and gaining the effect that does heal for this amount of time, if the proc rate does get, I don't know, maybe buffed a little bit, or stays pretty good, and while we learn to kind of work around the shield a little bit, and, you know, make sure that you have the proper uptime and all of that fun stuff to be able to kind of, you know, block uptime, this is going to be a really good shield for paladins and warriors, right? I don't think this is going to be a great shield for, excuse me, a great shield for like elemental shamans and things like that, or holy paladins. I think this is going to definitely be a tanking shield. But one thing to look forward to, I do think this buff is fantastic. There definitely had to have been a buff to the proc rate, because it's not just like it's going from 120k to 466, and this was consistent for 3 dungeons in a row, mind you. So yeah, this is a pretty good shield now. I do still think it could get buffed. I don't think this is still worth. I'm not going to say this is an absolute farm out for tanks, but if you get one, it's not going to be just kind of save it in the background or use it for MOG type of deal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. I hope. What do you guys see with the Mechagon Mekacycle Shielding? What do you guys think of it? Has it done good for you? This has actually hit over 500k for me, just over. I think it was like 501k over the course of a dungeon. So any sort of absorbs that I can get on my Necrolord Prot Warrior just to kind of add to the general tankiness and the feel of it is something that I welcome very much, because I enjoy playing defensively, and then, you know, adding offense into that defensiveness is kind of something that I'm working into now. But yeah. So I hope you guys have yourselves a good day. Thank you very much for your time. And, yeah, happy tanking.